So we always get asked, what is coping and why do I need it? It's really pretty simple. The coping has your liner track built into it. So that is where your liner is going to hang. On the back side of a liner, there's a bead that's been sealed on. That bead slips into the track, and ultimately your liner will hang inside of this track. That's why you need coping. We have 3 different styles. This is bullnose. That's a rounded front. We also have flex. This is a more contemporary look with the flat front. And we have the cantilevered. Cantilevered is for using brick pavers, stone pavers, or a finished concrete edge. You'll need this type of coping. All right, this is our bullnose coping. Probably one of the most popular styles of coping that we have. I really like it. If you choose to go with this option, this bullnose will be the finished edge of your deck. So it's pretty easy to install. You simply are going to set it on the top of the panel. JT's got some self-tapping screws here. These self-tapping screws just go right through the coping and into the panel, all the way around. And you're going to have some joints where the coping pieces meet up together. Now we're going to send you these coping clips. These will actually attach to the top and clip down over to hide that joint. Creates a really nice fluid look to the coping. Another point is that you've got a liner track. This is where the liner will actually slip into and will be held into place, and so that's on the front of this bullnose coping. Bullnose coping is also pre-bent, so if you're building a free-form non-rectangle style pool, the corners and those radiuses will already be bent to the radius required for that pool.
This is the flex coping. This is one of my favorite copings for a concrete application that gives you a beautiful finished edge around the interior of your swimming pool. It has a very nice flat face to it, whereas the bullnose has more of a rounded edge. So this is the flex coping, and it's notched in the back. Very ideal for freeform swimming pools. So if you look back here, you'll see that it has notches all the way down through there, which makes it easy to bend into position. These are going to come in big 12-foot sections. So if you'll notice, as I go down through here, you put it on the face of the panel and you just pull back into place, and it's going to bend. So then we will take these self-tapping screws about every foot or so on straight walls, and then once you get into radiuses, you're going to be putting flex screws in these little notches a lot closer together, probably 1 inch to 2 inches depending on how tight the radius is. You also have these nice little braces that go in the back of the flex coping. So there's a little track that clips into, and I'll show you that right there. And then that clips down tight to the panel. Drive a self-tapping screw in there, and that's going to give you a nice brace, especially on those radius edges.
Perfect. You're also going to have a coping clip just like on the bullnose coping. That'll cover up the joints as you're going down through, so that coping clip slips right on the top and really creates a nice look on this flat front. I would call this flat front style a more contemporary looking, where the bullnose rounded is a little bit more traditional.
Yeah.
I think more folks are going towards this contemporary flat front look, but either style is available to you.
Yeah, we're starting to see this on a lot more swimming pools.
All right, we've got our cantilevered coping here. This is what you'll use if you're going to put pavers or foam forms and you want a finished concrete edge.
Yeah, it's probably my favorite style. It's going to allow you to do pretty much anything with the corner of your swimming pool. So cantilever coping is set up so you can have these beautiful brick pavers, or you can put the foam forms like Jones was mentioning. It'll attach all the way across the face, and you pour your concrete right up to those forms. Once that sets, you tear it off, and you've got a gorgeous concrete finish.
All right, our cantilever coping comes in 8-foot or 12-foot sticks, but the back is always notched, so that way you can make your bends on radiuses. So if you'll notice here, we've got it already pre-bent into place, and it's notched. That way you can easily pull it into the radius of the pool. It's also going to have self-tapping screws. You're probably going to want to put one in about every 12 inches, but when you get closer on that radius, you may need to use a couple extra ones just to make sure it's held into place. Now your liner will go into the receiver just like on the bullnose and the flex. You've got this liner track that runs straight along the front, and that's where your liner will hang once you get it attached to the panel.